Chair Sweat, there was some discussion some years ago about, maybe even more recently than that, our national security being at risk because of Chinese developed transformers. Is that risk now behind us?
No, sir, that risk is very much in front of us.
And what are we doing about it?
That risk is the reason that I personally am prioritizing the ability for Americans to build, connect, and operate data centers in our country within our geographic and electric barriers to ensure that not only are we protecting our data and sheltering it from our foreign adversaries, which is paramount to maintaining our national and economic security, but we also would have the added benefit of more American jobs in building, generating, and running those data centers.
I'm not sure what that does about the risk, but I'm going to all submit my questions later. Commissioner Lissert, you say in your press release on January 14th concerning the Snake River complex, with which I am extremely familiar, that you were happy that the EIS was issued, but then you state that you think more efficiencies need to be found. No surprise, given it's been 23 years while we waited for that damn relicensing to occur. 23 years. So I agree with you, more efficiencies need to be found. You say in the relicensing process, can you share with what some of those might be?
That's a great question. I think, obviously, the Supreme Court ruled in 7 County in a unanimous decision that we need to do better with NEPA reforms and NEPA review. And while that was aimed at the judiciary, we need to take that to account in the executive branch too. We need to take a look back and pair off what our focus has been that is not statutorily required. And we need to focus on the mandates given by Congress and get the job done with the assignment that has been given. And we haven't done a great job of that in the past. But FERC is a small part. I know our counterparts in the states, as Commissioner Rosner has stated earlier, they take too long with some of these decisions. And the Snake River is a prime example.
Can we stop? I'm very familiar with that. The conditions imposed by the state of Oregon cost $300–400 million, and it will cost more, maybe as much as $1 billion over the next life of the license. So I get it. The question, though, is what can FERC do, if anything, when it comes to the imposition by a state? Actually, you can start with a federal agency if you like, but let's start with the federal agency. Can you guys do anything with the condition imposed on a license by a federal agency?
I think we could work better with our federal counterparts to determine what the priorities are, to identify bottlenecks, and to come to common sense solutions. FERC is an independent agency. That doesn't mean we can't cooperate and we can't work better with our sister agencies. I think there's improvements that can be made there, and I hope that we can come to some common sense solutions.
So what I'm most concerned about is the state, any state, Oregon's a great example, though, of dragging its feet. I understand there may be a tool now that we can use, thank goodness for that, but then imposing extraordinarily expensive conditions, and I'm just not clear on exactly where you guys fit under the Power Act when it comes to trying to control those conditions. Because the truth of it is, these are being imposed to get rid of dams. That's the whole idea. So I want to know what your commission has the power to do to try to help prevent that those incredibly important power generating assets from being destroyed through conditions.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think it's one that FERC has struggled with for many decades. I think there is a delicate balance here with the states that we can make improvements on, but I would also implore Congress to take action to make permitting reform more durable for all. You know, the Snake River is the lifeblood of many states as it relates to electrical generation.
I'm going to, all of these questions are extraordinarily important given that they cross the kind of the spectrum of energy generation. I probably should ask all of you this question, but we don't have time. The challenge that we seem to face right now is one that's existential as to affordability and also as to the AI race, which you have had occasion to remark upon in earlier questions. Your thoughts, are we going to have to give up one for the other, or do we have a path?
No, giving up one or another is unacceptable. We need to have a balance. We need to have a balanced approach. We can do both, and we must do both.
Thank you. Yield back.